Just stay in the car. Do you need an ambulance?
No, I don't.
All right. Why were you driving over 100 miles an hour?
I'm not trying to outrun you.
I know, I understand that, but there's got to be a reason you hit him.
I haven't been driving my car and God knows how long.
All right. I know. He's not happy about it. All he cared about was if you were hurt.
At 115 miles per hour, a driver struck another vehicle on a public highway. He was cooperative, apologetic, and posed no physical threat, yet 2 criminal charges followed. The question is not whether speed is dangerous. The question is what the law actually requires to prove it.
692G. You can start a hook for at least one Bentley. I'm not sure about the cars behind me. Just stay in the car. Do you need an ambulance?
No, I don't.
All right. Why were you driving over 100 miles an hour?
It's my granddaughter's birthday. I got to get this the next exit.
Right. Did you see me trying to catch up to you behind you?
I didn't see that. I saw lights, but it didn't look normal.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up to you, and you keep taking off.
Oh, no. I'm not trying to outrun you.
I know. I understand that, but that's why I was very confused. All right? Because it wasn't like you were running. It was just like you almost hit, I think, 115 miles an hour. All right? And then you just hit someone because you weren't paying attention. Were you looking at your phone?
No, trying to drive. No, I'm not looking at my phone.
The person was right in front of you. There's got to be a reason you hit him.
No. I haven't been driving my car and God knows how long.
All right. It was right in front of you. You went straight at it at 100 miles an hour. I'm just making sure you're not having a medical condition or anything.
I don't think
Do you need an ambulance?
No, fuck.
All right. Just your registration. Is your license in here?
No, it's in my pocket.
All right.
Stupid fucking fool. I haven't driven this car quite some time.
It's fast, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, too fucking fast.
State police. Stay off the road.
State police, so I thought you were one of the guys involved in this.
No.
Holy shit. Somebody just smashed me.
I know, I saw it. I saw it.
Oh my God, you saw the whole thing. I am fine, but I'm shaking. No.
Is anyone else with you?
Oh, my dog.
All right.
The dog
Who's
seems
this
fine.
white car?
He was a helpful bystander.
Yeah.
So I started to walk down because I thought I saw you pulling.
No, I was trying to catch up to him because he was going so fast.
He was trying
Yeah.
to pull away and leave it?
No, he wasn't trying to leave. He was just going fast in his fast car.
Well, it was terrifying.
All right.
I'm still like...
You're in this car, right?
My car's dying of terror. I felt so bad. I was like,
If you want to leave a statement, you could stay for the trooper that's going to take the accident report.
So you just happen to be passing by?
Yeah, I'm going in right now. And
Holy cow. I mean, I was just trying not
no, yeah, I
to
saw the whole thing.
tip over.
Oh, are you okay, baby?
I know.
Shelby?
Yeah.
Hi, Shelby.
Oh. Thank God. I'm fine.
Yeah, no, honestly, you're lucky he noticed it last second because he turned. If he hit you straight on, it would have been worse. So, the other troopers are coming. I don't have a computer to do an accident report, but if you grab your license, registration, and insurance, if you decide to stay to leave a statement with that trooper, you'll just need your license.
That's great. You saw the whole thing. The guy, she said he was weaving and racing with another guy.
He was just going very fast.
Wow.
You okay though?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Your car's not damaged. You didn't get any debris, right?
No, my car's fine.
I thought I was going to get a lot of debris,
So
too.
you were actually trying to pull him over.
I was trying to catch up to him to pull him over.
Oh, my God. Can't believe that.
So I had the steady lights on trying to catch up to him.
Yeah, and he wasn't.
And then I saw him going to your car. I was like, holy shit. And then...
Yeah.
Because he must have been texting or something and not looking down because he didn't see me.
Yeah, something. All right, let's see. As long as everyone's all right. That's what I always say. I've seen a lot worse on this.
I bet. I mean, it could have been a lot worse because when I was trying to control the car and keep it on the side, I'm seeing this film like, oh my God.
All right, let's
leave everything as
let's get him to your car.
Okay.
We'll wait for the information. Once we give you the information, you guys can take off.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
So you can hop out. You're gonna go back to his car. What was that?
Someone hurt.
No one's hurt. No one's hurt.
Can I pull right over here so he doesn't?
Yeah. That's fine. He's gonna bring it a little closer to you, sir. No, yeah. Luckily, no one's hurt.
Tell me you want me to get out?
Yeah. He's gonna bring the car a little closer.
Okay, all right.
And you don't need an ambulance or anything? You're not hurt? All right. Maybe tomorrow you'll be a little sore.
Yeah.
All right, I can get you. You can go to his car now. You need anything else from inside? You're good? Need a hand?
I'm good.
You good?
Well, no one's hurt. That's the biggest. Yes.
Just start from the beginning.
So I was like maybe 2 miles up. I saw this guy like swerving in and out.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden I just saw like a huge cloud of smoke.
Okay.
And I like knew it had to be, and then I saw her. She pulled her head over, and I just pulled over to see if she was okay. It's basically the.
So he was weaving in and out.
He was literally weaving in and out. It was.
What would you estimate his speed at compared to yours?
I mean, I was going probably like 65.
Yep.
He had to have been going 90 something.
Okay.
Literally in and out of traffic. It was kind of scary.
All right. Yep.
Yeah. Like, but he was weaving in and out, and I was like, oh my God. And then I saw this cloud of like dust and smoke, and I was like, well, that's probably.
Do you remember the type of car you had?
It was like a compact now. I don't know.
Compact?
Yeah,
All
like
right.
a smaller.
Yeah, that's the guy. Young guy, right?
He's an older gentleman.
Crazy.
Like
Yeah.
50s or 60s?
Maybe more.
Wow. Oh, do you think he's like...
No.
He was just... He's a...
Going
old
for a
risk-taker. He's an
joyride.
old risk-taker.
All
You
right,
got
thank you.
two people here.
Good luck with everything.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for stopping.
Vince...
Yeah, he's the at-fault driver,
How do
number
you say his
3.
name? McMahon?
McMahon.
Even though it's spelled not...
Yeah, it's
McMahon.
yeah, it's M-A.
So he's the owner of the WWE?
Yeah, I don't know if he's like, I don't know if he sold part of it or, but
Gee, maybe
he's
my
big.
neck hurts after all.
Well, you
Just
can't do
kidding.
that now. You're on camera.
No, I'm kidding. People do that all the time.
Yeah, they do.
I've had people do that to me when I, you know, it's like...
He's lucky it was
I'm
you.
not that type. Anyway.
Is it okay if I park?
Just pull right in front of my car, because it's over a bend over there.
Yes,
all right, he's all right though. Who's this? What's going on?
Here to pick up Mr. McMahon, if this is the...
Yeah, you can get off the next exit.
Okay.
And his assistant's up ahead.
Where is he?
He's up ahead of that, but you can't stop there. It's not. We don't have enough people to protect you guys up there.
All right. Would you mind if I just walked up there, though?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
I just don't want you to get hit.
Okay.
You guys got a whole entourage here. Yeah, it's someone. I'm telling them to get off. Alright, we'll be getting out of here soon. I'll have his assistant take him off exit 41.
Yeah.
Alright, and you can meet him there.
Thank you.
Alright, it's just, I don't want something like that to happen and hit you. Alright?
Thank
And what's your relation to him?
I'm his friend.
Friend? Alright. Be careful of him. Yeah.
Oh my God. Where is this guy? I want to meet him.
No, don't. You can't go over there.
I can't?
No.
He should want to meet the person he hit.
I know. He's not happy about it. All he cared about was if you were hurt.
Well, that's
Yeah, it
still
was-
my appreciation.
Yeah, no. He meant no ill intention.
And the other guy told me who he is. So,
Yeah.
is he in that car?
Yeah. No, he
tell-
meant no ill intention. He's very upset.
Well, tell him I appreciate him asking.
Alright.
So, anyway.
If you just wait over here, I'll see if I'll ask him, but I don't know.
He may want to. I
Yeah.
would if I hit somebody,
Yeah.
but, you know, just tell him, you know, I'm fine.
Alright. They both want to,
What?
he wants to say sorry.
Dude, you know what? car over there that guy hit, I guess that came over, one of his, he wore a WWE shirt going to work.
No way.
I swear to God, dude. And he saw the name, basically, man, I was like, that can't be the same one. It can't be.
I was on my way to my granddaughter's birthday. There's only one exit up.
Hey, Mr. McMahon, how you doing? Hi. I'm the investigating trooper. Okay. So, how you doing? I know who you are. So.
Can you send out like Greenwich unit?
So Trooper Robbins that was following in the unmarked vehicle said you were doing over 100 miles an hour. All right, before you struck the vehicle. So.
I'm talking to the officer. Talk to him.
All right, so I'm going to be issuing you a misdemeanor summons for reckless driving. Okay. So it's just going to take me about 10 minutes to write it up. I'll give you a court date, probably within 3 weeks or a month. Do you reside in Connecticut? I'm not sure. Okay, so it'll be, where are we? Westport?
Yeah.
All right, so it'll be the court right here. I'll give you the address and everything. All right, so just give me 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then we'll get you out of here, okay?
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Insurance? This is a summary of the accident. Look in the upper left-hand corner of the case number. That's where you get your insurance. So, as you know, on the conduit floor for the accident, took the other car, debris from that car, went over the other side, damaged another car on the other side, right?
The debris from his car or
His car, right? Robbins was following me, had you at 100 miles an hour, which is reckless driving. All right, so I'm charging you with reckless driving, following too closely resulting in an accident. That's just striking the other car from the rear. So your court date is going to be the at Stanford Superior Court. That's 123.2. Is that date okay? If you have any problem, you can always call the court and change it.
37.
Okay. So this is just a court summons. I'll give you a copy if you can sign at the bottom. You're not saying you're guilty. You're saying you're going to go to court. Okay. And this is the appearance bond. Right? I'm releasing you on a $500 non-standing bond, which means you're not putting up any money. Court summons copy, just bring it up to court and make you a copy of this. Alright, Mr. McMahon. It's nice meeting you. I'm sorry I was under this circumstances. Alright, just let the court know what happened. Everybody's okay, yep. I know. Alright. Have a good day, sir. Nice to meet you.
To meet you guys. Set of circumstances.
Yeah, no. Happy birthday to your granddaughter. Try to enjoy the rest of the day, right?
Thank you.
All right. Are you going to get that car next?
Connecticut law does not criminalize speed alone. Reckless driving under Connecticut General Statutes, Section 14 to 222, requires a specific legal showing. Understanding the precise difference between fast driving and criminal recklessness is where this case begins. Section 14 to 222 requires 3 independent elements on operation on a public highway, operation in a reckless manner, and demonstrate a disregard for traffic and road conditions. Each element must be supported by evidence. Speed alone does not presumptively satisfy the statute. This is a critical legal distinction. A single moment of inattention at high speed may not meet the recklessness threshold. Connecticut courts require evidence of a pattern of conduct. Independent witness testimony describing sustained weaving across multiple lanes is not supplementary evidence. It is essential to the charge. Under Wen v. United States, 1996, any directly observed traffic violation provides constitutionally sufficient probable cause for a vehicle stop. The trooper's personal observation of the vehicle at 100 miles per hour is legally complete and requires no additional justification under the Fourth Amendment. Under Berkmer v. McCarty, 1984 routine traffic stop, questioning is non-custodial. Miranda warnings are not required. Voluntary statements made at the roadside carry full evidentiary weight and are admissible in any subsequent criminal proceeding without limitation. Connecticut General Statutes Section 54(1)F authorizes officers to issue a court summons in lieu of custodial arrest for nonviolent misdemeanor offenses. Signing a summons is not an admission of guilt. It is solely an obligation to appear. This distinction is legally binding and frequently misunderstood. Under Graham v. Connor, 1,989 enforcement actions must be proportionate and judged from the perspective of a reasonable officer on scene. Issuing a summons for a cooperative, nonviolent subject reflects legally and tactically sound judgment. This is the constitutional standard against which officer decisions are measured. The 14th Amendment requires equal application of the law, regardless of a subject's identity or public status. Selecting two charges, reckless driving under Section 14 to 222, and following too closely under Section 14 to 240, each directly supported by physical evidence and eyewitness testimony, satisfies both legal precision and constitutional compliance simultaneously. The core legal lesson, criminal liability in traffic law, turns on precise statutory elements, not on the severity of the outcome. A collision without injury can still satisfy every element of reckless driving. What determines whether charges hold in court is evidence of pattern, not speed alone. A summons was signed. A court date was set. But does the evidence in this footage actually meet the full statutory threshold for a reckless driving conviction under Connecticut law? And were the charges proportionate to what the footage and witness accounts collectively establish? These are the questions the court must answer. When does speed become recklessness under the law? When is a summons the correct enforcement tool? And when is it legally insufficient? What does a first-time offender actually face at Stamford Superior Court? The answers may not be what you expect.